Two of them.
Because we had an issue with the landlord. So the Chelsea House uptown was getting so crazy that they was like, you niggas said it was supposed to be a restaurant, but it's like a party. It's triple parked out here every weekend. So so we really just been focused on a main. Y'all been there?
Yeah,
y'all been there.
Of course.
Yeah, we had the other one that had 2 floors.
I patronize.
Yeah.
Able to get home.
You've been lit since a teenager.
Able to get home.
Wow. He's saying she predicted that Jay-Z was next. And how they was trying to paint Jay-Z to be something else, he wasn't. All I'm saying is that in our culture, this is the game. We want to see people bleed. It's the thing about looking at being a nigga, looking at a rapper and saying, man, I don't fuck about that rapper. I got more money than that nigga. I don't fuck. It's the thing about trying to minimize a nigga that didn't work for it, or try to see him, oh, well, you ain't nobody, you just like me.
Let me tell you what a wise man told me.
Yeah.
This dude told me. They get tired of seeing winners win. That's just the bottom line. They tired of seeing niggas win. They tired of seeing niggas with the jewelry. They tired of seeing niggas with the cars. They tired of seeing niggas with the hoes. They tired of seeing niggas with the money, with the success, on the blogs, with the fly clothes, outside on
You gotta understand
They just
something.
tired of seeing. They don't care how much you work.
People are trying to even the playing field.
What you mean by that?
If you have a nigga like Hov who's stepping out with $5 million watches, and niggas can't compete with that. So they want to try to diminish him to
even the playing field.
The playing field.
But why? All that does is open up to everybody. Nobody is safe. Nobody, because if you go.
No. What's up, everybody? No. See, the problem is with Mano. Mano's a rap out here in New York. Mano is basically, he's kind of a celebrity groupie. You know what that means? A celebrity groupie is somebody, shout out to Queen Diva, shout out to NBA City. A celebrity groupie is somebody that just he's a celebrity himself, but he's groupie to everybody else that's a celebrity that's bigger than him. That's just what Mano is. He's always been like that. You know what I mean? Or Dick Ryder, we actually say that as well, but it's just what it is. You know, obviously this has to do with Hov and Diddy. By the way, I didn't even know that. I didn't know. I just passed by Diddy's jail on the way here, literally. And I didn't realize the dude, Laguni, the dude that shot the guy from the insurance thing, I didn't know he's in the same jail, so that's kind of crazy. I just found that out on the news. But anyway, just listen to this.
Clue, before you got here, I don't know, Mano was saying it's a lot of fallacy going on a black man's name now.
That's how it is out here, man. It been like that.
No, it's worse now.
It's worse now. They talking about the we gonna judge. We talking about the Jay-Z slander. Now they trying to say dude was with a little boy now.
Right.
I don't know if you heard that, Clue.
Right now. Yeah, they said this
shit.
is stupid.
It's
dumb, and it's disgusting, and it needs to stop. No word.
But do you think black men are under attack? I say yes.
Absolutely.
Successful black men, powerful black.
See, that's the problem. That's the problem right there. See, when you have a community, and I want people to really understand why us black men are so selfish, where does it come from? When you have a community, such as the black community, the more we make, the more we give back. That's just how it is. You know what I mean? The more you see a celebrity makes, the more he gives back to his community. And just right there, he just eliminated the regular black man. You know what I mean? As if it's no different. You know what I mean? You know, you got to remember, whether you're successful or not, you don't do nothing for your community. So when they see that you are out here moving around with all these $5 million watches and you're driving $10 million cars and you got all this money, and then like Lil Wayne and this Chris Brown situation, like y'all niggas are taking PPP loans of $30-40 million. Like, I just don't understand how El Chapo or any Mexican cartel or any Mexican that I even know, whether it's successful or cartel, why do they always give back to their community? Why do they always send money back to their family? Why is it the main thing is to build a family up, build a community up, build a family up? If you see it in the movies, and the movies are movies, it's not real, right? But why is it that we can't look at the fact that we're targeted because we are serving no purpose? What purpose are we serving to the black community if all we do is flex? I mean, let's just keep it 1,000, right? If you get into an accident right now, what's the first thing you're going to think about? A lawsuit. What's the first thing you're going to think about? I don't care who the person is, I got a lawsuit, I'm going to make me some money. So when we look at another black man coming through a community and this nigga's rich and famous and then somebody robs him, we say, well, we don't stick together. But you got to look at it this way. If you feed in your community, which most of us don't know how to do, why would anybody come at you if you feeding us? We feel, as a black man, well, we don't owe nobody nothing. Right. Why not? Why do you feel that it's cool for a man to be that rich and famous and he don't got to give his community nothing but turkeys? See, the NBA is different. These damn athletes, they make you give back. But in the hip hop society and celebrities and actors, they don't give back nothing. And y'all don't demand because y'all don't even know what to start. What are you going to start at a Dr. Umar school? You don't even know how a person, and I could share tons of ways, but the government knows that he doesn't give shit back to his community. They know it. And then when these people are under fire, you protecting them and they don't do nothing for you. But you look at a president, what did Kamala do? It's like, if you're looking at a president to do something for you as a politician, then how come you're not looking at an entertainer that you contributed to? You contributed there. As a fan, that's your contribution. It's the same. When you vote for somebody, that's your contribution. You're voting for them. Your voting's powerful. If you are contributing to an artist by supporting them and playing their records and all those things, and that data gets built up on the strength of what's playing on your radio, what's playing on your streams, what's playing on your YouTube. That all matters. So, case in point, Kai Cenat just made $17 million this year. The year's not even over. How in the hell does a streamer make $17 million from what? So, what out of $17 million, and you know that the community built you up, majority black, what is your contribution back? Let me give you a better example. Right now, as we speak, where I'm at, I have a very good, let's just say, account. And this particular account does great things for me. So for Christmas, I have to make sure these people are good. They have to know that this is my gift to you to show my appreciation. So you take this portion and you go hard with it. Enough, you know what I mean? Like, I can't go crazy, but I can make sure that I'm gonna give back. Because that's the community that put me in a position that I'm in, right? Okay. When you have the acknowledgement of something to that level. And it works because now every year that's what I do because I'm thankful. As the bar increases, I'm going to give more. If this goes in a big direction, now I'm going to even give more because it started with them. You understand what I'm saying? So let's projecting it. I know what the plan is. I know what the plan is with my parents. I know the plan is with my sisters. Anybody that believed in me, there's a contribution that I make sure that I'm entitled to do. Okay? Even people that don't even know that they're entitled, they may not even know that they matter. But you have to make sure of that. The problem is with us is we see the whole amount and say, shit, I'm not giving none of that back. I had a dude that was working with me, and he knows who he is. He's probably watching this live stream. And I remember the big mistake that I made when I had 2 customers, maybe 3, that paid him because I didn't have my Zelle. You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, just put it in his Zelle. And once I paid him, once the money went into his account, he had to go get that money out of his account to the bank to give me my cash. Then I paid him what I owed him. So in his mind, he may think like, well, damn, I wouldn't have made this money without him. No, you got paid for your job. I don't owe you shit. I paid you for your job. Now, if he had allowed the Christmas to come in and he was doing a great job, I could have had a bonus for him. That's what we do. I want to give you a bonus because niggas made some moves together and this is just the love that I'm throwing back. We look at it like this. This is how black men look at it like, well, shit. If he could make that, he should have gave me half of that. Because I did the same work that he did. That's the wrong way we look at it. You know what I mean? You didn't look at the fact that I paid you. You're going to look at the fact that, damn, he could have gave me more. So now that's the negative side where you see the robberies and shit like that to come in. Beyond that, now you open up a can of worms right now because you got the wrong mindset around you. If you and this person made money together to the point where he had his own truck, he's making moves, he's going across state for you, then that's different because now he's bringing money into it. So now you have to pay him and look at him on a larger scale. We don't want to do that. So the mindset makes us also believe you feel you're entitled to more. And on the flip side, I may feel you need to pay me more because you're making more. This is all wrong. So it's all a number game. It doesn't make a difference whether you work for $10 million, $30 million, $100 million, $500 million, 20,000. What ends up happening with us is, well, how can I make this, instead of saying, how can I make this same amount and step my game up, we don't look at it like that. We look at it on a point of what we feel we're entitled to. So when a person makes it on the flip side, he's going to give less because now he's going to get greedy. Now let's bring it to a criminal level. Let's think of scamming. And you know the scamming shit is the worst because niggas be doing 80, 20%. So you're going to use my information in my account. We're going to deposit $300,000 and I got to give you 80% and you give me 20. Right? So on flip side, that's unrealistic, but whatever. The person that's doing the 80% that ain't even getting their hands dirty because they're not using their name. Instead of them thinking like, damn, this nigga's using their name and only doing it for 20%. He getting 80. He not going to give nothing less than that. 80%, he wish he could do 90, 10, you understand? So what ends up happening, we see the amount And my boy, one of my cats that went to jail for this shit, the nigga's he seen the whole amount in his account, and he took the whole fucking amount. He took everything. Fuck 80 and 20, he took 100%. So dude skated off with the bread, because now he's seen how much money he made. Like, nigga, I got 300,000 in my account. I ain't giving this nigga shit. It's in my fucking name. And he took the fucking money. Now, obviously, he went to jail eventually, ended up telling on this nigga where the connect was, and this nigga went to jail. But the reality is, he still owes bro money because this nigga took the motherfucking connect and ran with it. So it becomes a dangerous game. Sometimes we see and we don't want to give. Now, buying some shit for us, for you to look at, no problem. Buying the cars, having the jewelry, buying the house. When you have a selfish mentality, you'll spend the money. Shout out to Wife School Podcast, shout out to Victorious one. But I'm not going to give it back. Me, I think differently. My mentality is this. If I made it, and I think of a teacher that was in my elementary school that gave me the words of wisdom, 40 years later, I'm giving back to that school a nice bag with her name on it, whether she's here or not, because it wouldn't have been done without her. Today, I seen a video with Glorilla giving $25,000 back to her school. I'm like, $25,000? Glorilla, that's nothing for you. That's nothing. Okay? 25,000 back to your school. Some people, it's better than nothing. That ain't shit. 25,000 is nothing when rappers, all they talk about is rich and having this and having that and having this. I mean, how is it that Jeff Bezos don't talk about none of this shit? He's able to give Van $100 million and say, do what you want with it. Glorilla, at this level in her career, she should have gave at least $100,000. Just because she's going to get it back. But we come cheap. $25,000, I'm going to go at the lowest. Let's just say, well, she's been out for 2-3 years now. Let's just say the lowest, 50,000. And I'm being nice with that because I know 75, you're going to just say you might as well just give 100. So 50,000, $25,000 to your school. And you rapping and making motherfucking, you got to be getting at least 150,000 for a feature right about now in your career. Shows alone, you're making that 150,000 a show. What's $25,000 for you? You know what I mean? So in our culture, and I will admit, it's in our culture. It is. In our family, in our culture, we are taught to get rich and get the fuck out of the community. We're not taught to bring that back. Somebody may disagree and say, well, who's to say Glorilla was making that money? She is making that money. Okay? When you could give $25,000 to a school, you making money. It ain't like she's a regular Joe Schmo. Okay, you a working motherfucker. You could afford to give $5,000 to a school. $5,000, $25,000 ain't shit for no fucking millionaire. It's nothing. It's not. If she's worth $1 million, that's nothing. If she's worth $500,000, that's nothing. Just for the publicity itself, it comes back. See, we share. But it has to be at the benefit of us. If I gave 100,000, what am I getting back for that? That's how we think. So the black man that's in a position to do this, whether he's rich or successful, right? He is in a position to teach the world and his community how valuable it is to give back. Giving back in the black community is a celebrity coming through with the Ferrari, showing love to the kids and taking pictures. That's not giving back. You know what I mean? Now they say it's a write-off too, right? Yeah, but $25,000 ain't shit to write off. It's nothing. I'm not saying she making no Jeff Bezos money, but $25,000 is nothing. And how much you gonna write it off as a little bullshit gift? Okay, $25,000. That's what she gonna pay for a fucking goddamn chinchilla, depending where she gets it. You understand? Jewelry alone. Come on now. You got to remember these celebrities be wearing fake jewelry that's still worth $50,000. So when we see that, when we see whites do it, we see a guy that looks like a bum and this motherfucker's giving like $1 million to his school. Another $1 million to research and science and, diabetes and all the above. I want you to tell me right now, what has Diddy done for the black community? Now, I know a lot of people are like, well, why should we should have to be worried about it? You need to, because see, the Jews don't play that shit. When they don't give back, they're fucking done. They have to. That's why they're part of the Jewish culture. Because the name of the culture is to keep everything within the community. It ain't about supporting your little rib shack. It ain't about supporting your fucking rib. It's about giving back. What is your contribution to your community? Education, medicine. Maybe you have a connect where you give free food. Maybe you guys have a pantry. Is there a rapper that we know that doesn't own a restaurant that just has a pantry that they give away you want to write it off? Do you know how much of a write-off it is when all those people that got connections with Trader Joe's and Costco and they giving food and you giving food giveaways around the corner? Why is that never us? Toys for Tots, back to school, and turkey giveaways. That for millionaires, that's a disgrace. I've never heard of somebody that said, man, I can't afford a turkey. I'm not going to have me a fucking damn Thanksgiving this year or Christmas. Get the fuck out of here. If you got food stamps, nigga, you could get a turkey. You don't need I don't give a fuck if a turkey is $50 fucking dollars. It's not going to make you or break you. Believe me when I tell you, the government can do way more than you than some fucking shithole millionaire that you contributed to for many, many years, and they're going to give you a fucking bullshit turkey. That's a kick in the ass. You could go to the pantry and get more food than that. And they throwing the turkey in there for free. Your celebrity gets up there, whether it's Tracy Morgan, no disrespect, that's my man, and fucking Fat Joe. And it's just like, and they're getting publicity and getting on the news for this to give a turkey because they gave 300 turkeys away. Me, myself, I can give away 400 turkeys. If I have a nonprofit right now, I can get people to donate these turkeys and give them away. And then the Staten Island newspaper will take pictures of me of saying, Ask Nathaniel, streamer gives away 400 turkeys. My whole thing is, if I can do that, and I'm far from a millionaire, how is it that you're doing the same shit that I can do? We as black men, and I will admit, we are very selfish to each other. Now, for me, it's different because I was always told, get a little, give a little. Always make sure you take that small piece and put it away. Always. I don't give a fuck if it was $10. So as I got older, I realized that one hand washes another. If the word of mouth got me a customer, and you worked in a storage facility, and you give me these customers, and I'm starting to really eat, I'm going to take care of you, because that wouldn't have happened without you. You see, that's how we make sure our blessings are good. So, how is the position of Diddy. And I want somebody to tell me because I never got an answer, so I'm challenging you with this. What has Diddy done for the black community? What has he did for the town of Mount Vernon, where he's from? What has he done for Harlem? What has he done for us? We're not talking about the music. We're not talking about the concerts. We're not talking about the culture and the remixing. What has he contributed? See, God don't like ugly. That's why right now he's going through his fortune with lawyer fees. And see, the government knows of all of the races, blacks do not give nothing back to the community. Because see, with our families, we don't do shit for them. Okay? Most of us don't even want our kids, fuck going to college. More of my kids just going to get a job. So that means you're not even trying to put them through school to further their education. Oh, well, they want to work. They want to be an Instagram model. They want to be an influencer. No. How is that? How are you accepting that as an option? Well, I'm just going to buy a house, and if I have to leave my kids with something, I'll leave them that. Well, I mean, you really not trying to leave your kids with nothing. That's just an excuse to get a house. It's like an Uber driver that buys a fucking brand new Escalade just to drive everybody around. He didn't need an Escalade. That's the way he got his dream car. It's just an excuse. So now he's going to drive people around all fucking day and night. This is a programming that we have that destroys us. And it creates a mode of, now you have black women going on Jay-Z's side, protecting him and saying, he didn't do that, the girl was lying. No, listen to me. If you're a kid and Santa Claus is coming to town, right, and he's giving everybody everything, you didn't have any toys, he's giving you toys, and you see somebody trying to harm Santa Claus, you're going to try to kill them. Because you know what he did for you. You know the dreams that he made for you. You know the thing. You understand what I'm saying? So we don't have a Santa Claus anymore. Because our Santa Claus don't even fuck with us on a holiday, nevertheless. A turkey driver's not going to work for you if you don't live in New York. You know what I mean? You know, what is the benefit? Have you even seen a check come back from your favorite celebrity for $50 fucking to say thank you and go buy anything you want? Let me give you a small example of how important now a little bit goes a long way. Tonight I went into a Starbucks. And I just was in this conversation with a family member how we don't give the credit to each other. We wait for somebody to get in the box where they can't hear it. We don't tell a person what they meant, all the above, et cetera, et cetera. So I had this conversation with this person, and I was just like, you know what? I think I really, let's just say I can't share my goals, but I'm like, I think I know what I really got to do. In response to that, fast forward, I'm getting ready to leave where we were. We was on, in Midtown. So my wife's like, yo, I'm like, you want to call? I'm like, she's like, yeah, Starbucks is right there. I didn't even know Starbucks was right there. I go into Starbucks. And, I'm doing cash. I know everybody's doing their little pre-orders and shit on the apps. And so I go to the thing and I'm like, yo, it's this cafe mocha thing. So I'm like, well, is that gonna get me up? Because I was a little tired or whatever. She's like, yeah. So it was a sister. So I gave her $10. I think the thing was like $5.65. So she's taking a minute to give me my order. I mean, damn, my order, my change. So she's like, just bear with me, because whatever she's waiting for, I guess somebody had, because it was like, I guess the fact that I didn't have a credit card, I just gave it up the money. So she tells the girl to make my coffee. And then she says to me, please be patient. I said, no, sister, I'm good. Like, I'm good. Like, whatever, I'm here, I'm playing with my phone, whatever. Like, she could have had me wait there for 5 minutes. It wouldn't even have meant shit to me. You know what she did? The mocha comes. The girl puts the, I have the server and then she's at the cashier. She puts the mocha there. And then she takes my $10 and puts it on the table and say, have a good night. I said, wow. wow, thank you. Like, Merry Christmas. Wow, thank you. That was very, very nice of you. You know what that did for me? Do you know the contribution? I want to tell you what the contribution was. Not only on the spiritual level, thank God first. It's the principle. Most dudes would have been like, here we go with this, she got an attitude. It's the end of the night. They get ready to close in 15 minutes. Taking forever to get my change because I don't have a credit card or whatever. I'm going to give, whatever it was so dope. Because when I left there, that energy had me come here. Now, one of my boys got this big party right now, but I can't even attend it right now because it's a black tie affair. I didn't go home to get dressed. It's whatever, but the point is what I'm making is that little thing right there, I would never forget that. And these are the things we need to not forget. We should forget the bullshit, but we don't forget the bullshit, but we forget the good things. Do you know how important it is for these celebrities to think on a government mindset and learn how can we give back where everybody benefits? Because I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for these fans. Forget you thanking me. How can we do on a personal level? And there are things that can really be big they just don't want to do. Well, you see the homeboy got killed out there years ago. What's my man, the rapper that got killed out there with his sneaker store? That's not what I'm talking about. We're not talking about your restaurant. We're not talking about your little sneaker store. That's not giving back to the community because they still got to spend shit. Giving back is bigger than you opening up a store in the hood. Giving back is a gift. Jay-Z, Beyonce, and Diddy. I know for a fact they don't give shit back because I've never seen it in the news. So if there's something, or they don't show it to you, tell me, because nobody's still mentioning it. Tell me what have they given back. So what happens is the government knows this. They know the black man is a very selfish man, whether he's broke, whether he's doing drugs, whether he's doing scams. They know in court he's going to try to use his family and, I try to feed my family. No, he doesn't try to feed his family off that. Because the goal with us is, as black men, is to make it to the top because revenge is the best, success is the best revenge, and bring it back to the hood and stun on everybody and make them feel like shit. Brokey and all that bullshit, okay? Which is a fucked up song. We had Scrub, we had Brokey from this one. You know what I mean? This is our culture. Our culture is to help me out and support me, and then when I get to the top, you can't get near me. Well, that's what they said about Michael Jordan. You got to remember, the only person utilizing from Michael Jordan is Nike. Because he gives them a portion. He has to. They make a very large percent off of him. They're good. However, what does Michael Jordan do for us? You can't even get an autograph from this motherfucker. And we accept it. So more of these entertainers keep doing this, and they're not athletes where they make them do this. The federal government says, well, if these motherfuckers is flexing all this money and getting all this money, it says here this person made $100 million, but he's supposed to be a value of $1 billion. You got all these accusers that they say they come out of nowhere. If you're sleeping and had sex with a fucking billionaire and they gave you $200 to fuck him, okay? You got to think of the same mindset you're going to do when that poor old man had crashed into you and because he was blind and fucking had a heart attack. You're going to sue him for every fucking dollar, okay? How come you can't sue fucking Diddy because you fucked this motherfucker and he threw $200 in your face and said, you need to be happy with it. You need to be happy that the damn fucking ability of you being with me was the damn luxury. So when you go after this person, you same coons are like, oh, that's fucked up. You're going to the man of power. You're supposed to. When you on a radar like that and you ain't giving shit, you're supposed to get compensated. You are entitled to that. You ever heard of a class action lawsuit? You know what that means? Let me tell you what it means. Let's just say you had a 2015 BMW and the seatbelt had an issue with the airbag or whatever, and there was a class action law. Now this, you had the car and sold it. You didn't even have this issue with it. The fact that you owned it, they look in the records and know you own this car. Now they got a class action suit of $500 million. So everybody that had this car and ownership is entitled to a portion of the money. You don't even know the money's coming at you. But I tell you one thing, whether it's $20 or $200,000, you're going to be happy because it was money that you didn't even think you had entitled to come to you. You are entitled to it. So the federal government thinks the same way and say, well, if this man made all this money, how come his community's still fucked up? What is he doing with his money? Sex parties, hush money, making albums. They're seeing that these motherfuckers are making tremendous amount of money in these shows. Now the tax man starts questioning shit. Now they seeing PPP loans were administered because they had to pay their employees for $40, $50 million. That's government money. Now we have to audit this and audit that. Now we have to audit something really and say, has the crime rate decreased in this person's neighborhood since this person has been from this neck of the woods? Has Glorilla's neighborhood in Memphis did any fucking better since she's been a celebrity? Since Young Dolph has been murdered, have they have a foundation that they set up? I'm pretty sure they probably got something for him. But how does this benefit me and you and our communities are not building anywhere? If all these niggas is from the sticks, how come the sticks are not even going to a level of anything for better? How come the only motherfuckers that seem to be taking niggas off the street is Amazon? How is it one white man that never rapped or sing is the only one that seems to be bringing black people and people of color to the promised land and keeping them off the street of crime by giving them fucking jobs and careers? Why, when the federal government puts out these jobs for us and lowers the damn, lowers the mode of being accepted, whether it's you don't have a college education, you still could be a police officer, you still could be a fireman, raising the bar, widening the age range. What are we doing? How does the black successful man serve purpose in your community? How does the successful black man serve a purpose in your community? How does Jay-Z's family make all that money and you're not getting anything out of that? And you've been a fan for 25 years. Some of you niggas been a fan with Jay-Z for 30. If you support the people that give back, right? Some of you niggas wouldn't have supported Trump because he gave fucking goddamn stimulus checks under his presidency. So if a politician has the ability, because a politician is just as popular as a fucking damn celebrity these days, what does the celebrity do when you put them in the position to be a billionaire? Because as a fan, that's what you do. If myself right now had worldwide 50 million fans and I got $1 from each fan, I'm worth $50 million. How do my 50 million supporters benefit from that? You know what I mean? Now, again, with me, he said Trump was seen work with McDonald's a day, but that doesn't benefit us. That there's no benefit to that. You know what I mean? There's no benefit to a politician. Black people are so uneducated and miseducated. Even the politician that you vote for, that you seen work in McDonald's, is not going to benefit you. You're not a billionaire. Okay, when you see Elon Musk and they just had a meeting today. When you see Trump sitting down with Elon Musk and motherfucking Jeff Bezos, that's who benefits from these niggas, the billionaires. So when you are miseducated and you see Trump working, yeah, that's publicity, because the miseducated and the non-educated people are gonna suck that up. Oh, he was at the barbershop in the Bronx and he was in there working at Burger King. And that's what's gonna show that. So if you put all this thought into a politician and they're in a position to do that, to law makers, because the laws are not working for you if your great-grandmother and grandmother Social Security gets cut in the fucking half. That's not working for you. They're not working for that. People don't understand that it's the House that got the power. It's not the president. The president could do a couple of pardons for people, this, that, and the third, but it's not to your benefit. If our mayor of New York City gets pardoned from not going to jail, how is that our benefit? It's to the benefit of him. He's not going to jail. Whether we have him as a mayor or another mayor, we still got to have a mayor. You understand where I'm coming from? Crime has dropped in New York. Crime ain't dropped. If crime dropped 20, 30%, you're not going to notice it. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to look at the levels of who has done more for black people as far as a billionaire, it's going to be Jeff Bezos. He's the main one. And the other nigga from Microsoft. These was the ones that gave major contributions. If your grandmother has diabetes and fucking Jeff Bezos gave $200 million towards the research to that, that's a contribution. Okay, any struggle that may be towards your family of alcoholism, AIDS, depression, and there's a contribution, especially a momentary gift, that's a contribute. Then you benefit. But I don't know nobody that can tell me they benefited from a president in the history of their lives. They're quick to say what has Kamala done, but what has anybody done for you that you benefit? Now, I know the answers. I'm not going to give that, but what has a president done to your life that you will never forget and said, you know what, this is the contribution that this president has done and I never forgave? As a business owner, I know a contribution that was given under Biden's administration. As a small business, I benefited from that. Other than a stimulus check, which you had to that you paying that back, what did you benefit from a president? Other than them being the president and your vote counted, because they got in on your vote, how did you benefit from them? How? Trump already promised y'all that he's going to be sending back all immigrants. I mean, all migrants. Then he said illegal migrants. Now he's like migrants that commit crimes. That ain't shit. You're not going to notice that. You're not going to notice that. Migrants that commit crimes, That's not near. You can't have a mass deportation with just migrants that commit crimes. That a mass deportation would have been 60% of the population in the United States. That's what you voted him to do. Now that he's in, he ain't gonna do that. That'll be catastrophic. It's impossible to do that. Oh, Biden needs to tell y'all what's going on with these drones in the air. Right. He can't tell you that. Nobody is going to be able to. He wouldn't be able to tell you that if he was the president. He can't. He cannot. But now that he's not in the seat at the present time, he could put it on Biden. So now we got to deal with this bullshit of the blame. My point of the matter is, how do you benefit from choosing these politicians in your life? How do you benefit from your government? How do you see the laws have changed for better or for worse? You would have to know the system to know that. And some of y'all don't know the system if you work for a fucking living. And I don't want to hear shit about your tax man told you. I want to know, how has the system worked for you? Right, Trump had to say anything necessary. It's the same way as a man. I'm going to say anything necessary to get the pussy. And now when we get it, we're not going to do all that shit I promised to do. I know I'm not. So $17 million, back to Kai Cenat. $17 million. Let's say you get taxed, now you got $12 million. You think that nigga's gonna go in the pocket for another $3, $4, $5 million? Not as a black man, he will. No, he will not. And that's why y'all fuck yourselves later. Because Kai Cenat, whether he makes that money for the rest of his life every year, his giving back is not gonna benefit you. I don't give a fuck if he's giving back, what you call it, the game, what was it, the game system, the 5, if he's giving video games back, whatever he's giving to you, you may not even get the video game. When that nigga was giving 500 PlayStation 5s in New York City, and everybody, he gave out 500, that everybody didn't how did you benefit from that? So by the time you go to a man, you don't even know how a man doesn't even know how to tell you how he could contribute you, because he ain't gonna give you nothing if you ain't giving him no pussy. He doesn't even know how, I'm not gonna pay a bill for you if I don't live there. He's already trained to be selfish, but there's another mechanism that he will not play that with. And one thing that black man don't play that shit with is the white man. He does not. Because he know they know. Okay? It's like a nigga that's shaking down a block. If the government knows, hey, hold on, man. Listen, you're on this block. We know what you're making. You don't do taxes, nigga. We know that you got a $20 million empire. If you don't give us back anything, you're gonna fucking fuck yourself. That's what happened with that shithole greaseball, Big Meech. Because drug dealers have to understand, as corrupted as this world is, you still gotta pay the piper. If you're making money on U.S. soil and you're not paying taxes through your tax man, you have to compensate the government. You're making millions of dollars on their soil. And that's why drug dealers go to jail. Because they don't contribute shit back. They don't even build their own fucking community. At least the cartel was like, well, we built Miami. There is a contribution. And the city of Miami is benefiting that. And the United States of America is benefiting from that. And Colombia is benefiting from that. We built the city, nigga. We put 600 billion into a city. They benefit from that because they tax it. They tax the land. Black drug dealers are stupid. These motherfuckers will be like, nigga, I make $250,000 every day. And I'm gonna get a new latest car, flex my jewelry, and fuck all these niggas. And y'all niggas think it's cool when he comes through with a little fucking turkey drive and a coat drive. That's giving back. He didn't build shit. If he builds any goddamn thing is gonna be a fucking restaurant, you still gotta pay there. If he built affordable housing, that would be different. If he put jobs into the community and did the right thing, the federal government benefits from that because they tax that. So we don't even know how to contribute. We don't know how to. If I was Kai Cenat right now, I would put that shit back into the community. How's he going to do it without it being, he doesn't know what to do. Can they even change the Cash App game, taking over $600 to keep eyes on everybody's money? Cash App, I don't fuck with that. So I'm the worst person to ask. I know niggas is in jail right now for Cash App. Right now. You know what I mean? The government benefits from that. Nobody. It's good for you as a leisure. It's good for you guys as a leisure. Oh, hey, I was able to Cash App the person instead of going to the house. Yeah, your daughter or son needed something, but the bottom line is the benefit to the government is they able to fucking document that shit and see it. So when you start doing incredible amount of money and you don't have a reason that you're doing it, you got no proof, you're gonna fuck yourself because now it's a damn trace. The government is dirty. We are aware of that. But if they know that you're taking care of business for something, you got to give them something to tax it. If you're not going to give them niggas, if you made $700 billion, you ain't giving the government a quarter of that shit. You better make sure you giving that shit back to the fucking community. You better be making sure you're building something where they're able to tax the fuck out of it and get their cut because you'll never go to jail. But once they see that you selfish and you serve no purpose to your own community, you don't serve no purpose to them. Now they're going to fucking get you. Diddy's lawyer fees are going to get him broke. He doesn't have nothing. All he has is money he flexed. So now all that shit's going to go because he don't have nothing. He didn't give shit back. He didn't give a fucking thing back to his community, nothing. And black motherfuckers are so stupid, they be like, well, he don't owe us nothing. Yes, he does. If you're a rich man and you come from your community, you are entitled to take it. You're supposed to give back to your community. If you left the community in poverty, how are you not giving nothing back to that? I don't know a Mexican that leaves Mexico and never sends money back through this fucking country to their family. You don't do that. That's not a humanity. That's inhumane. It's inhumane not to give back. That's called sharing. You will get punished for that. That's why the government takes their taxes. They tax you like, motherfucker, we're going to tax you because you ain't going to give us shit anyway. You on our soil, we're going to tax that. Okay, we're going to tax you at the gas station. We're going to tax you for that fucking candy bar. We got to get a piece of that. You're here. You're making these moves on our soil. You can't just not contribute. You can put your money in the bank, that's cool for you, but how the fuck do we benefit from that? So a lot of time when they're gonna raise taxes, y'all don't even know what that means. Y'all go to gas prices. Some of y'all motherfuckers don't understand that has nothing to do with gas prices. The taxes come from the dollar you spend every day on them eggs. Okay? When you're spending $1 on a fucking candy bar for your kid, all right, and they say $1 plus tax, you have to pay that. And they're going to tell you, we can't do shit about that. Go to the fucking car dealer and tell them right now, I'm giving you $20,000 cash. That's cool. But not only do I got to document that shit, they're going to get you at the DMV. You got to pay taxes on that $20,000. They want a piece of your prize. You can't just go tell them, well, I done gave the dealer $20,000. Yeah, you gave him that, but do you have a bill of sale? Yeah, I got a bill of sale. Okay, you paid him $40,000. We went to tax for that. Some of y'all motherfuckers are so cheap. Let me go to a state where they don't have state tax. That's cool. You still got federal tax. You still got county tax. You're going to get taxed one way or another. So when you're voting for who you're voting for, Where does the benefit? I got some news for you. If you're not a billionaire, you're not going to benefit from Trump. You're not, because you're not rich. Jeff Bezos wasn't even supporting Trump. He was fucking with Kamala. He never put it out. Once that nigga won the election, he had to make amends because he's going to come for him. Trump's going to come after two motherfuckers. He's going to come after the press, and he's going to come back after all the billionaires that didn't fucking support him. That's who he's coming after. He ain't coming back after you little fucking 300,000 heirs. He's not worried about you. Okay? 50 Cent had no choice. He couldn't say pro-Kamala. He's a millionaire. And even then, his money is not as long as none of these fucking billionaires. None of them. Some of y'all don't know what taxes is. Some of y'all think it has something to do when I didn't get enough money back this year. They tax me. You don't even know the fucking difference. The laws change all that shit. We have inflation right now. Okay? How do you think it's going to pay for that? Who do you think is going to pay for this mass deportation, you fucking dummies? You know how much money do you understand right now we're going to get in a recession for that shit? What do you think? They're just going to send them back on there? They're going to take care of it, don't you worry about it? No, you're paying for that. You're going to pay for that shit. Remember when chips was $2? I mean, remember that big bag of chips was 25 cents? Then it went up to 50 cents. Now a big bag of chips, it's not even a big bag, but a regular bag, $2.50. You're paying for that. Go and ask for a little bottle of seltzer water or soda. That shit is $2 fucking. All right? 3-4 years ago was $1.25. What do you think? This gonna go back to 99 cents? Show me where you could get a gallon of milk for 99 cents, maybe $2. Show me a gallon of milk for $2. Show me a carton of eggs for fucking 99 cents right now. I'll show you a lie. Oh, the food's expensive. That's tax. They have to be expensive. You don't know what these tariffs and shit got anything to do with that? That's why they're banging China in the fucking head. Alibaba right now has got the better deals than Alibaba right now has the better deals than Amazon. The problem is with Alibaba, you got to wait a whole month for that shit to come from China. Do you understand what I'm saying? If you have, let's think about it like this. You're a landlord, right? You're a landlord. Okay? You have a tenant now, and you let the nigga live there for $1,500 a month. Now this motherfucker's pulling up in Rolls Royces, all types of shit. You looked on the news, they said this motherfucker made $15 million a year. You like, this nigga made $15 million a year and he's paying me fucking $1,500 a month rent. You're gonna go after him. You feel you're entitled. You're gonna feel entitled to what he's making. Nigga, we ran your taxes. You only made $60,000 a year. How in the fuck? I just seen you on the news and they said you're a millionaire. The price is gonna go up. My mechanic just got a new house this week. Double the price that he spent on his old house. Guess what's gonna happen? The prices are gonna go up. It may not go up right now, but when shit starts getting crazy, it will. Because he had a $2,000 mortgage. Now his new mortgage is $4,000. What happens if his wife loses her job? He got to spend that $4,000 out of his fucking... You know how it is to spend $4,000 on a mortgage? And you a regular working class citizen. A lot of you niggas think you rich, but you're not rich, okay? When you're making $100 million a week, then you could talk to me. When you're making $100 million a week and you're a Democrat, he got to worry. He knows who the fucking billionaires are that's Democrats. He knows who he is. You wasn't on my side, we gonna fucking come at you. She said, my bro got a newer vehicle. I'm worried for him. Right. Who's going to pay for that shit? What happened when shit gets crazy? When he got $1,000 note and now he loses his fucking job. I'm not saying he's paying that much a month, but maybe he is. Oh, they're going to cut the rate we got a new rate cut coming before this year's out. Yeah, what is it going to be, a half a point? That ain't shit. You ain't going to see 2% ever again. COVID destroyed that. You'll never see 2% ever again, ever. Let me tell you something right now. If you look at your mortgage right now and that fucking payment says 2-3%, you better leave that bitch alone. Don't touch it, because you're not going to see that again. Yeah, I know it was 6-7 years ago. You're not going to see that again. Supply and demand. Motherfuckers is buying that shit at 7-8%. Why would it go down? It doesn't have to. Niggas, my man just fucking bought a house right now and he went with the current rate. You know how he's going to feel in another week when they drop that rate down? Because when you got a $600,000-$700,000 loan on your fucking house, that 0.5% is a big deal. Oh yeah, it is. Let me give you an example. $600,000, your payment $4,000 or $5,000 is 7-8%. When you have a 2%, that fucking payment's probably gonna be $2,500, $3,000. It's a big fucking difference. The bigger the money, them numbers count. Believe me, interest rates count when you owe a lot. You don't believe me? Look at your credit card statement. You owe $40,000, $50,000 and your interest rate's 20%, you'll never pay that bitch off. Not with a payment. Ever. You'll be dead and that shit will still be going. Because of the interest rate. And credit card companies could charge whatever they want. That's right. Listen, let me give you a smaller one. $20,000 car. 2-3% good credit. You could put down taxes. In New York, we have 8.75. So $1,800 on $20,000. Let's round it off. $1,800. I'm just going to pay taxes. And I can have a $300 note. Do you know how much money you have to put down on a fucking $20,000 loan at 7%? $8,000. That's a big difference. You got to put down $8,000 and your taxes are swallowed up. You have to put down $8,000. How in the fuck do I have a 60-month loan for $300-something and I only owe $11,000, $12,000 and I put up nearly half of the money? But when the interest rate was down federally and it was 2-3%, you could put down kibbles. You could put no money down on that shit and have a $300-something on 20,000. So it matters. You understand? So you got to understand, all these shit y'all asking for, you pay for that. We're still paying for that fucking damn checks, them stimulus checks. What you think? Niggas just gonna give you 3 different stimulus checks? You have to pay that back. It's like anything else. We're gonna give you the money, but we're gonna get you later. And when you buy a house, yeah, you buy a house, but it's gonna take you 30 years, and we're gonna eat off that 30 fucking years every time you pay this back. The bigger the interest rate, the more money goes to us. We get a little bit that goes to the principal, but a lot of that fucking money goes to us for the loan. You don't think of it because you're just looking at the payment. Look at the breakdown to see where that payment's gonna go. More than half of that shit. You start seeing, God damn, $800 went to the principal, $1,200 went to the fucking damn interest. Thank you, Chaos. So these numbers matter. Oh, apartment, it's better to have a house over an apartment. You're paying $3,000 on an apartment. It's better to have a house for a couple more dollars. No, it's not. Not now. Not unless you have tenants. Because you're not making the money. You're putting the money out. So back to the situation at hand. Again, nobody answered the question. I've been doing this damn live stream for an hour. How has a president benefited you? just maybe you could say, well, when Obama got in, it made me know that I could make my dream happen. I believe that I can fly because I seen Obama make it under this damn fucked up world. But if you didn't do shit with that, he didn't do shit for you because you didn't even use your dreams wisely. You didn't even capture your dream. So how is if we have politics, we have entertainers, how do they benefit you? What do they give back? What did they give back? What did they give back? Some of y'all may have sicknesses. Some of y'all are suffering with mental illness. What celebrity has given back to science and medicine that you know? Because remember, when you work for all these billions of dollars, in order for you, your accountant's going to tell you, you're going to have to give some of this money away because they're going to tax the fuck out of you. So if you made $20 billion last year, we need to know, let's say 20 million. We're not going to even get crazy because I don't want to lose you now because even 20 million, you're not even worth that. Niggas that support Trump are worth $20 billion and more. So let me just give you a point. If a motherfucker make $20 million and all you did was flex, purchase shit, live life, do you understand what's going to happen to... Let me give you a little more of your taxes. Win the fucking lotto and see what happens. Win $20 million on the lotto and tell me how much you're going to bring home. They're going to fucking demolish you. Because they're like, you know what? The prize, we giving you the prize. So you didn't work for this. You be lucky if you bring home $9 million. And there's nothing you can do about it. And it's a jack move. And what the fuck are you going to do about it? You didn't work for this, nigga. You put up $1 in the dream, nigga. You still came home with $9 million. They're going to tax you. Because we're giving you this shit. So we got to make some money too, in addition to the money that we gave you. That's why it's illegal to do a numbers house, because you charge a whole bunch of people to play a number. Let's say you made $20,000 in the hood. You charge everybody a number. They played the number, $20,000, right? They hit the number. Let's say they hit the number for 10,000. You made 50,000. You still got $40,000 in the clear, and it's illegal, so you don't got to pay nobody shit. You just got to pay that man his 10 grand. Government's like, you ain't giving us a piece of that shit, so we're going to fucking tax you. Now we're going to go to jail for illegal numbers running. Uncle Sam wants their piece. You don't give them their piece, you're going to jail, okay? As a drug dealer, you better be a good snitch, or you better be fucking putting this shit back in the community so we can tax you. Yeah, we'll give you all of the things for affordable housing, okay? We'll match your money. We'll give you give us you match 40 million, we'll give you a $40 million loan. But we want a piece of that. Because if not, we're going to fucking target you. Because you're worthless to us. You're worthless to your own fucking community. So when you see Jay-Z and Diddy and all these niggas, and the lawyers don't give a fuck about them. They charge these niggas $15,000 an hour, 24/7. They're getting them. Oh, it's just a money grab. It's supposed to be a money grab. They're billionaires. You think that if it wasn't a money grab, the lawyers would be doing it for free. No lawyer's doing that. Jay Reed said, Nick, would you rather take the annuity or cash option? I'll take the cash. Because I'm going to invest that shit in a nonprofit automatically so they don't fucking kill me. I'm going to give back because I'm going to take the cash and I'm going to give that bitch right back into the fucking community. I'm going to give that shit into a woman abuse, abusive woman. Women being abused, homeless. There's a lot of good organizations you put that bitch into, and it helps out. And then it's a good credit, not only for your tax write-off, but hey, this man gave back to the homeless. That shit gets notarized. It's noted. So you can't worry about target of the black man, whether that motherfucker is a poor drug dealer or a rich one. What is he doing for you? Well, black people feel we're supposed to be entitled. Well, to some degree you are. I don't mean the man's supposed to, you paying the man for a job and the motherfucker think he should get what you get. We ain't talking about greed. We're talking about entitlement. Most people just don't know who to get back to. I just don't know. I don't want to lose you in that. I'm just saying science and medicine. You got to think about that. That's endless. Don't get involved in. Maybe I could do. I'm not trying to give you advice on what to get back. I'm just saying, what have they done for you lately? Name an entertainer that has done anything for you. What have you done? Some of y'all YouTubers could be like, well, so-and-so started my YouTube channel, he ain't charged me shit, he blew my shit up. Well, you owe that motherfucker something. That's just what it is. Because if you don't, they're going to leave you and say you don't owe them shit. See, a lot of y'all believe, I'm just going to put this artist on. I'm showing love. I trust him. That artist meets somebody else and they tell him, don't give that nigga shit. You with me now. Fuck him. He don't got no proof that he found you. Yeah, I founded you. That happened to Nicki Minaj found her. He hates her because he can't tax her for nothing. He gave her the name. He has no proof. He's not getting that credibility. Her fucking record company is. We own her. You didn't bring us to her. You didn't fucking, you wasn't her A&R. This shit is real. So the black man has become, first of all, most black people don't even know how to give back. So of course, if they don't know how to give back, how they going, so if they don't know how to give back, they don't know how to receive a contribution. How are they going to know anything else? Glorilla ain't giving shit back to the fucking community. She ain't saving young battered women. Young woman that's being destroyed out here from babies, daddies fucking them over. She can't do that because it'll destroy her image is against that. She can't be out here telling bitches to get their money up and fuck a nigga, suck a nigga, and all the above. And next thing you know, she's for a woman that's young and battered. It's two different languages. She's for the shit. That's why entertainers on that level is supposed to dumb you down. She's for the booger bitches. So as long as you keep the woman uneducated, you make the ratchet woman stronger. What is a ratchet woman going to do when she's stronger? Nothing. She can't even get a contribution from Glorilla. She lucky if she get an autograph. Yeah, they talk about us, red, sexy red. Yeah, they for the hood bitches. Okay, and then what? She's gonna go do a concert in your fucking neighborhood? Oh, Glorilla came through, showed love, brought a turkey, and did a free concert. That's not giving back. She just came in and performed. That ain't cost her shit. She got the turkeys for free. Those were a donation. She offered them to y'all, got the credit and the write-off for it. What did you get? You didn't get shit. If you had told me she came back to Memphis and she gave $1 million back out of her fucking $10 million that she made, I gave $1 million back to young battered woman, then we could talk. But she didn't. She gave $25,000 to her high school. What you think young battered women gonna get from Glorilla? Nothing. They ain't getting shit. That's her fan base. She ain't trying to, why she gonna encourage them? Then they may not be battered no more. She ain't gonna tell young women you ain't gotta bleach your skin, you ain't gotta wear no fucked up weaves, and no, that's her fan base. So now when you see the ratchet chick, she's empowered because Glorilla got famous off that shit. So why the fuck would why would she tell them to do the opposite? She would have to change her image. That will destroy her career. And as a result of destroying her career, she won't make the money no more. You see what I mean? Oh, we support Jay-Z. Niggas is hating on him because he made it. He rocking you rocking $5 million watches, my man. I don't know one person in the United States that got a contribution from you other than your fucking wife and kids. That's crazy. You allow that? You know, a Jewish man could never do that. And when you see a Jewish man rocking $5 million watches, because his community was taken care of. If not, they'll smoke him. Okay? They'll blow his fucking head off. Nigga, how dare you? We have schools, we have our community, we have our kids. You rocking $5 million watches on the internet. And that's not what we do in the Jewish culture and this religion. How dare you? We have a large community here, and you're out here showing off. You're not a nigger. Them ignorant niggas do that. Shout out to Miss Jefferson. You know what I mean? You don't know that. They don't teach you that. Jay-Z ain't teaching you financial stability. They don't sit up there and do any of these things and get on stage and teach people financial literacy. He's not supposed to, because once you know, now you're a threat to him. We don't want to put nobody on because then he'll make the money. You know, I had a family member that did some shit like that one time, and he didn't want nobody else to own a house because it made him superior. So when everybody else owned one, it made it look easy for him. So he had no flex anymore. He couldn't just talk about it no more because we all did it. Easier and easily. So with black men, we make the money, but we don't want to put another nigga on. Fuck that nigga. I'm rich. I put that nigga on, he'll be richer than me. So we miseducate you by our riches. Because if Jay-Z gave you the formula for doing it, you're not going to, you know what I mean? It doesn't benefit him. He's not on top anymore because he told you this secret. You know, when I see these brothers such as Diddy, and I'm like 300 cases, 500 cases, and then I think of the 3 women I know that fucked this nigga. 3 women. I know 3 women that fucked this nigga. And I'm like, you not getting on that? You better get on that. This is a class action lawsuit with this nigga. That's how you got to look at it. Okay, if you was in that car had safety issues, you own that car 20 years ago. And if they see that shit documented that you own this car, they don't give a fuck if you owned it for one day. You are entitled to a portion of that class action lawsuit victory. So if you fucked a nigga and you seen that this nigga raped 40 women and this nigga was your boyfriend, you better jump in. You got a case. Call your lawyer. I bet you he'll tell you. Were there days that you didn't want to sleep with him? Yes. So were there some days you were forced? Yeah, there was some days. That's it. He raped you. And we got a case because you have proof that he was your boyfriend. He calls you up. You get a message. Yo, listen, don't give these motherfuckers no information because he knows you could fuck him up because you know him. You thought Cassie was a dirty bitch? She was smart. Because once she went to the press, it was over for him. He said, I wasn't giving you shit, bitch, suck my dick. I remember him getting on the internet and dancing to that shit. And then 2 days later, he fucking gave her $30 million. Because she told him, well, the whole world knows we were together, so they're going to believe anything I say. And I got fucking video and pictures to prove it. Here, bitch, here's fucking $30 million. Matter of fact, you wanted 20, I'll give you a 30. Please shut up. And that was the end of it. You have to look at a man as a class action lawsuit. That's how that lawyer looks. You can't look at it as a money grab. That's how he calls it. It's a money grab. No, it's not. It's a class action lawsuit. You fucked me, nigga. You was part of this. They said these are the dates that you fucked somebody else. Nigga, you was with me at that time. How is that bitch saying you raped her? You're part of that. When Jamie Foxx was out here giving everybody the lies about his health condition, as a fan, you're entitled to know what the fuck is going on. Yo, I pay this motherfucker's salary. You don't realize that? I went to his concerts. I paid a couple of mortgages. Oh, yes, I did. I done been to his concerts. I done supported his TV show. When Nielsen did the ratings, I was watching that bitch every night. You goddamn right. I have a contribution in there. I want to know what happened to my fucking damn celebrity artist. They have to tell the public. Especially when his fans are demanding answers. Because now his fans could determine, once his fans walk away from him, that's it. So he has to do a press and tell you something, even if it's bullshit. You understand? He has to tell you something. Whether you are the American people, and the government has to give you an answer, whether they lie or not, they have to still give you something. So when you're with a man and you're married to this man for 20, 30 years and he cheated on you, the first thing the lawyer wants to know is what is his financial fucking worth. Okay? Because you have children. In most cases, he better give you the house before the lawyer does it. Because if the husband says, listen, I'm gonna give you the house, because he knows the lawyer's gonna fuck him up his ass. He has to make money from that. You give him the house, you can shut everything up. The lawyer gets involved in that shit, you got to give that motherfucker the house plus another $100,000. And we're going to put that on his credit. You owe her that. He's not going to win. He's the husband. He's the provider. That's why you're supposed to work out your situation amicably, because if you go to court, the lawyer's going to screw you. You got a good lawyer, you're fucked. Right now, the only person that could benefit from Jay-Z is Beyonce. You ain't going to benefit from a fucking thing. He hasn't given you shit to benefit from. Oh, we're going to miss his music. How did you benefit from that? From listening to it? You could listen to that shit whether he's dead or alive. It's not a benefit. That's not a contribution. R. Kelly's contribution was to R&B. It wasn't to you. Unless you told me that it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have made my baby that night. I don't think no kid wants to know in the future that you made him through R. Kelly. I don't think no fucking kid even cares what song was made when you were fucking being created. But what was the benefit? What do celebrities do for you? What do they give you back? Nothing. They don't even give you a free fucking concert. Go to a Beyonce show right now. I've been supporting Beyonce since 1998. You think they're going to give me a discount for a fucking damn concert? The cheapest ticket at Beyonce concert is $200. That shit's way in the back. Where is the benefit? Where's the benefit to hip hop? Where's the benefit to the culture? We have no culture. Well, we need to be like the Jews. You could never be like the Jews. We're too selfish. That will never work. We don't have our own schools. Oh, Dr. Umar and Oprah Winfrey. That's not what I mean. Own schools with a plural. You go to Brooklyn right now, these motherfuckers got about 300 schools. You know why they got them? Because they have to do all these vaccinations in public schools. Hell fucking no. We got our own schools. Our shits are private. We don't require vaccinations. Jews don't do vaccinations. They got their own doctors. So you know when a kid has to get all these vaccinations? Not them. So their community, they build all that so they don't have to do nothing public. You got to do it public. They don't. And they still get the benefits of the public later. Because if they got to get food stamps or welfare, it's no requirement for that. And even if it was a requirement, they got their own doctors to fix that shit and write it up as if it's all good. That's why when people think of the Jews, they just be thinking of they got one school in the neighborhood and they got one their church. I forgot what their churches are called. No, that's a community. So when you come up in there and you're not part of the community, the whole world knows. They know who you are. You don't know who they are, but they know who you are. They know you don't belong there. Everything is done even the police department. I've seen situations where, true story, I know a dude that was an NYPD officer. They came to this Jew that raped a little girl. He arrested him. Let me tell you how powerful Jews are. Synagogues, thank you. The Jewish cops picked up the case before it hit shit, and they put the fucking cop up on desk punishment and sent him to the Bronx. How dare you? That's how powerful they got their own police department. Unless it hits the press, there's nothing you can do about that. That's how powerful they are. January said, why do you think blacks are scared to control their own community? Because they don't know what a community is. They think a community is buildings and liquor stores and restaurants. That's just building record stores stores and restaurants. They don't know a community has everything to do with your infrastructure. They don't know what the word infrastructure means. They think it's a structure to a building. They just don't know. They don't know what a community is. A community is your family. All we do in our community is cut motherfuckers off. That ain't my cousin. That ain't my brother. She's dead to me. That ain't my mother. That ain't my father. It is your mother. It is your father. It's actually your brother. So when Jews see each other with their yakimas on their head, they're brothers just off the rip. They're all brothers and sisters, and they protect each other. Come to Brooklyn one day and I will show you a hardcore Jewish community and walk in their stores. What you could do is not against the law, but walk in their stores and see how uncomfortable you'll feel. They make their own laws. They're in charge of the federal trade. They're the ones that make the damn interest rate. You think the president does? The Jews own that. He cuts the damn rate. The president puts it in. The House puts it in, but they can't control that. The Jews run the dollar bill in the United States. If you don't like Jews and you live in the United States, you're a hypocrite. They run the dollar bill. They're in charge of it. What do you think, Jay-Z runs Brooklyn? What do you think, Jay-Z owns Brooklyn? Jay-Z don't own shit. The Jews run Brooklyn. They're in charge of Brooklyn. Jay-Z don't own 400 homes and 700 high towers. They own all of them fucking buildings and houses you see. Them World War II Jews run that shit. A nigga own a house, he think he the big shit. These Jews be owning 700 fucking buildings in Brooklyn. I'm not even exaggerating. And it'd be two men. You know the type of money these niggas, you can't tell how rich they are. You see them in the same outfit every day. So when a nigga running through the hood, they look at what has this man done. Let me tell you something. There was a drug dealer that built a community through drugs. It would still be standing the way Miami's standing. Miami was built on the Colombian cartel and Mexico. Listen to me. Those high towers, all of them fucking, the port of Miami, those large ships you see, the port, you know the port is everything. You know them fucking big old fucking cruise ships, okay? Those big tall condos that y'all be seeing as celebrities living in and all them porn stars fucking niggas on the terrace and the balcony. That part of Miami, because you know Miami is the sticks. That part of downtown Miami, South Beach, was built on the Colombian and Mexican cartel. That's who funded that money. You think the government's gonna rip that down? It's worth a fortune. Why would they do that? They're getting fed. Shout out to your daughter, Fatima. You understand? You gotta think on the level of our community is our community. So when you go see our community in the community, right? What are we doing in our community? What is the meaning of a black community? It's definitely not fucking damn rich. It's poverty stricken. That's the meaning of a black. If somebody told you I bought a house, but it's in a black community, you would have to specify upscale. There's nothing positive about a black community. But you go to fucking Miami and y'all niggas is left in these high fucking ranches and these mansions, big mansions, celebrities, cars, all of that shit. How do you think Lamborghini these niggas been in business? From rappers? Cartel made these niggas, cartels put these niggas in a position. If there's anywhere in the United States you gotta see money flexing, you gotta go to Florida and fucking Miami. I promise you. That's where all the millionaires at. Ask Diddy. So we not gonna give back to the community when we feel like, fuck that nigga, I got $10 million, I'm not trying to give half of this shit up. Just point blank, period. What about the black sororities, Nate? That's dying out. We don't promote education anymore. Sororities was a big thing in the 90s. It's not anymore. It doesn't hold any weight. What holds weight now is the internet. They're looking at Kai Cenat saying, fuck a sorority. This motherfucker's on a damn video clowning and this motherfucker's a multi-millionaire. Education is fading right now because people feel that they can be a rapper or an influencer. Visit Miami one day. And I mean really, just go on South Beach. Look at the movie. Look at the most amazing movie, as we know, Scarface. And that's where they was at. Just watch the whole movie from beginning to end. And when that nigga came from Colombia, he turned up here. That still happens. Because the money is in America. We do the most drugs in the world. You can't be a cartel nigga and get rich from niggas doing drugs in Mexico. You got to do it with America. That's why you see that's why El Chapo's in jail, because he never wanted to pay the government shit. And that's why they said, well, nigga, you got to go to jail for life. You're making $60 billion, you're worth $600 billion a year, and you ain't giving us shit. We got to lock this man up. His organization's not finished. They can't stop that, but they stopped him. You can't stop the organization. There's too much money involved. El Chapo's organization is still going on. Big Meech's organization ain't going no fucking where. He was a dumb fuck. All he want to do is open up rib shacks, drive Maybachs, and throw money in the air at the strip club. That's not giving back to your community. Giving back to your community is doing what Amazon is doing, getting niggas off the streets, giving these niggas jobs. all across the world. They're telling people to be streamers now. Their money is like, no, right? Because now streaming is so easy. Just be a streamer. Look at Kai. You know, Kai's making tons of money. But remember, he came in here with Twitch. Nobody was fucking with Twitch. He made Twitch famous. He's the reason why. You think Twitch didn't hit this nigga and tax his ass? You don't tax us, nigga. Well, fuck you. You better give us something, nigga. We made you rich. Not black folks. Well, I ain't sweating it. You know you was behind this nigga getting rich and being famous, but you just let it just go. You don't entitle yourself to nothing. Then you get on the internet and telling everybody what they should have gave you. You ain't gonna get shit that way. You can't do it like that. That's why you have to put business. It has to be business. You have to put in right now, if you own a commercial real estate, they keep telling you about real estate. Commercial real estate is what you want to do. Now, I don't usually share this information. You don't want to fuck with regular real estate. Your money's not long enough. To get into residential real estate, you got to have at least $10 million that you could touch. Period. What do you think? You do? I'll flip houses. That's nothing. That's bullshit. Anybody can do that. Commercial real estate is where it's at. It's easy to get the fucking person out the damn. Nobody lives there, so it's easy to get them out. Okay? In most cases, if they business folded, they left all their shit in there, what are they gonna do with it? They had a restaurant, it fucking fell off, they left everything in there. You could rent it out to another restaurant. So listen, this is what I'll tell you about commercial real estate. Let's say you own a strip mall, and you have in your zone with your 10-year lease, you give a 10-year lease, you tell them, depending on if you make a certain amount of money, remember, 10-year lease and that motherfucker makes a certain amount. You have that shit in your clause and say if you make a certain amount of money, you're entitled to that. Okay? You're entitled to that. So, let's say, for example, there's cameras on. Let's say, for example, right? You have a 10-year lease. This nigga got a barbershop. Now the motherfucker made a fortune. He's this big influencer. You charge this nigga $3,000 a month, right? Let's use something even better. Let's use a restaurant. So you got this guy got this influencer restaurant. He started blowing up. Motherfuckers making crazy money. You have a 10-year lease that you gave this nigga for $6,000 a month, which ain't shit, because this motherfucker's making like $30,000 a day, right? So now, 10 years, there's a lot of way, but I'm just gonna give you a quick way. So let's say 10 years later, you start charging this nigga, I want $20,000 a month. Guess what? He has to say, well, shit, if I leave here, because this is the only restaurant I got, this is the prima donna, this is the one that started it all. If I leave here, another person could open up the same restaurant and magnify their wealth off the strength of what I built up. So he should have bought the business. He should have bought the property. He didn't. He rented it from you. And now, either way, whether he stays or not, you could fucking blow and turn this shit up because you know how much money his shit is worth. In real estate, it's a little different. A nigga live with you, what? You got a 2-year lease? That ain't shit. Okay, he made the money. You went up on his rent. He could get the fuck out of there. It ain't no big deal. He's renting. It's different. Renters have the ability to a renter that rents residential has a bigger hand. He has the bigger ability than the owner. You understand? Because he need him, he's paying the fucking bills. But if you own the commercial real estate, you in a good position regardless. Because you like, yo, hold on. Like, this motherfucker is making bank. I could charge this nigga $30,000 a month. Where the fuck are you gonna go? Because if he leaves, I'm still gonna make that money. Because whoever's gonna bring a restaurant here, we're gonna catch his customers. He had a seafood restaurant, I'll get a good seafood guy with their restaurant. We'll put that shit under new management. That's all you gotta do. Change the fucking name. He's telling everybody on his damn thing, yo, nigga, yo, we changed. We had a new place. Fuck that new place, nigga. We went there. This food was lit. You got to be careful with that. That's the advantage. So in the black world, all we talk about is residential. Residentials are for millionaires. It's not for no common nigga. Not in 2025. Okay? If this conversation was 30 years ago, yeah, but not anymore. It's way too expensive. You know what I mean? In order to flip a fucking house right now, you got to have millions of dollars to really make money. You understand? We ain't talking about flip. I'm talking, you flipping 100, 200 houses a year, you got to have millions of dollars. You can't be going to banks with your money. You know what I mean? You have to have access to about a lot of money. So you can't just be flipping shit. You won't have enough time to flip 100 houses with banks. Niggas that do this shit don't do it. They don't fuck with banks. They just flip the shit because they got the money. You understand? You buy a house for $40,000, $50,000. You got the money. You put $100,000 into the shit. You flip this shit for $400,000, and then you start flipping a whole bunch of these shits. All these houses in the United States. But again, you have to have the cash. You have to be able to touch the money. So a lot of times what happens with people, they have this thing where the celebrities tell you, well, we doing this, and, you know, I'm Rick Ross, and, you know, I got a Wingstop. Rick Ross does not own a Wingstop. Diddy does not own Ciroc. You know, they probably own a few establishments, but he's not the owner of Wingstop. Just look it up. Just put Wingstop Wikipedia. It's not going to say founder Rick Ross, but Rick Ross is going to tell his stupid fucking followers, yo, I own this. And they, yo, Rick Ross owns 5 Wingstops. Why you hating? It's like, well, okay, if he owns 5 Wingstops, how is it benefiting you? How did Rick Ross, unless you tell me, yo, Rick Ross, I had a Wingstop, I was about to do some bullshit, Rick Ross put me onto a job. I run his store. I'm the manager there. I mean, even then, it's like, okay, so you're the manager for one of Rick Ross's stores. That's cool, but it ain't benefiting the community. How does the community benefit from that store opening up? Even if he gives jobs, he can't afford to give 3,000 jobs. Ain't like these niggas is building up, you know, a project that's going to be for 3 years, and he's giving these niggas 7,000 jobs. That's different. You know, when you start seeing these people building up Amazon warehouses, they're telling you, hey, we're going to be building this shit for the next 2 fucking years. It's like 3 warehouses, and that's going to give 7,000 jobs to the people of South Carolina and Charleston. That's giving back. You know what I mean? What rapper has did that for you? What have they done? What has Beyonce done? How have you benefited from following Beyonce for over almost 30 fucking years? How? You're still poor. You're still struggling. You ain't near as much as them. They got richer, okay? And you probably still at the same fucking job you've been at since she started. How have you benefited? You know, there's just so much on the mind of when we deal with us as a community, and the black people don't know what a community is. Number one, it starts in your home. It starts with the man being a leader and providing for his children by teaching them how to wash, how to go to school, what to do, how to do, what not to say, what's respect. He had discipline. This all starts home. So once the community is built in home, it cherishes and it goes out into we're supposed to raise our kids with a village. When you go to the Jews, these niggas, you fucking hit one of them kids, the whole community's coming to kill your ass. We don't come out with our community. When that nigga got choked to death, we didn't do shit. We don't own Black Lives Matter. That's not our movement. The white man owns Black Lives Matter. We're not out there. Few of us, but it's not our movement. Niggas ain't getting up there. Niggas is not gonna be protesting 6, 7 o'clock in the morning till 6, 7 o'clock at night, 7 days a week, and ain't nobody giving me shit. Right. Okay, I get it. But how you gonna have a community with that mindset? We all know it. Would you do it? It ain't benefiting me. It was fucked up that the brother died, but they ain't giving me shit unless they pay me $50 an hour. So why don't you have Jay-Z and them pay you money to listen to their fucking record? Because when it goes triple fucking diamond, what did you get out of that? Nothing. You don't benefit from nothing. You don't benefit from her kids. They have children. Jay-Z has kids. Jay-Z had. Where do you benefit from? You benefit from Amazon because Amazon has shown that he has given back to the community in a million ways than none. He's done so much for black people. He's even given a fellow brother $100 million. So he financially could afford to do it. Ain't no doubt about that. And guess why he gave that nigga $100 million? Him and a Hispanic dude. $100 million apiece. Because they were giving back. He seen they were giving back to people by helping people. And he rewarded them and said, you know what? I've been hearing about you guys. Here's a gift for you. That's what it's about. So when black people say we need to keep our money in the community, there is no community. How the fuck you gonna do that? Seriously, I'm not joking. What do we own? How is that possible that you're gonna go 1 year supporting our community? Where? Through a chicken shack? Where's the food coming from? Where's all the food coming from that they have to get delivered to the damn restaurant? It's not coming from black-owned companies. Okay? What is the fuel that they're using? Who financed the business? You had to probably go to a Jew to get your money. How did I go to the Jew? You went to the bank? Who owns the banks? The Jews. So you can't support black-owned and we only own this. What do we own? We don't have an Amish community where we support each other. We don't have that infrastructure. So they tell you that because they know you're not educated to know and say, well, we're going to help build it. You don't want to hear that. You want to hear, well, we're going to make it better again and send the migrants back. How is that going to benefit you when the migrants run the fucking United States? United States was built on immigrants. The Trump is an immigrant. What the fuck? Oh, Kamala's an immigrant. Trump is an immigrant. Look it up. They're immigrants. Look at their family. Look at the history. They're immigrants. His father came here as a poor fucking man from whatever country it was, and 5 generations later, he made a fortune. You think he's just American and he was working on the fucking railroad? No, it doesn't go like that. They know you don't know, so they tell you the bullshit. If I meet a woman and she don't know any better, I'm gonna run game on her. You know what game means? You're just gonna lie. Let me tell her some shit to let her go. I don't know her man, so I could tell her, your man's a piece of fucking garbage. Can't call me a rat, I don't know him. Now, am I right if I know that, your man is my man, but that nigga ain't doing you right. He's a dirty motherfucker. He cheats on you. You still gonna believe me? Because you like, well, it gotta be true because that's his boy. Now I just ran game on you, and I ran game on you and did my man dirty. But it worked. You see what I mean? You got to know the system. There is no black community. That's bullshit. Whatever you do, your merchandise is going to come from a non-black company. What if you don't support gays and lesbians? But your chicken comes from this company here. They supply your salt and pepper. The CEO of the company is gay. The other one runs the KKK. You can't stop. You don't know none of that. You black owned when you make all your shit in your fucking farm. You created everything. You manufactured your truck. Jews won't even drive a fucking German car. They'll drive a Volvo. They'll drive a fucking goddamn Lexus, a Toyota. They will not drive a Mercedes. Real ones, real Hasidics will not drive a Mercedes Benz, will not drive a fucking BMW, will not drive an Audi. They will not, because they know what happened. They know when that German son of a bitch took and killed all them fucking Jews. They didn't forget that. And that's why they magnify so much. That's why they're powerful. America's made all these fucking tariffs and these damn German automobiles rich. You made them rich. Jews do buy American. Of course, they're in America. Americans are good in with the Jews. The Germans were not. The white man fucked us up the ass. We still support him. We buy all his shit. So we don't have a community. We don't have a community. The white man's had us up for 400 years of slavery. We got to deal with them. We in America. We buy his shit. When you go into Costco, everything is... How many black-owned things you think is in Costco? How many black-owned things you think in merchandise is in BJ's? I guarantee if it was black-owned, you would never know because it's not going to say black-owned. How many black-owned items do you see in fucking Walmart? You better not tell me fucking Patti LaBelle's pies. That's a horrible answer. Well, Master P was saying don't listen to Master P. He don't own most of the shit he do. Don't listen to him. If it was all black-owned, who produced the plastic? Who did the graphics on this damn thing? Who's merchandising? Who's patenting all his stuff? Everybody. They put his name on it and you think it's black-owned. It's bullshit. There's not enough in our community to make anything black-owned. It's impossible. That's why they tell you we don't support each other, because we don't know what support is. How are we going to know we support each other when we don't know what support is? What is support when we don't know what support is? We don't know what support is. We haven't been taught. I had a young lady yesterday, the one that y'all hear me talking to. I was going to call her name, but I don't want her to throw the vibe off. And she was saying, like, she feels, slightly off the topic, that if a man is friends with a woman and he's married, should they still be friends? And I said, no. She said, why not? I said, why? You have to ask why? Well, if a man and them wasn't getting down, I said, listen, sister, a man and woman being friends is always going to be a conflict of interest. It's a dick and a pussy. Well, he never pushed up on me like that. Maybe you never asked him to. Why don't you tell him you want to give him some pussy tonight and then talk to me? He would turn it down. I said, now you're talking stupid, sister. That just shows your father didn't raise you. That means I could run a whole bunch of shit on you. Why would you want to be next to a fucking guy that's married? He's married. Your friendship is over. It's done. It's cooked. Matter of fact, I have to share it a little bit. She talks so ignorant, man. I want to see if she changed from yesterday, because she was in an ignorant zone. So this is going to have to do with the topic. It does, because it's going to show what we don't know when you're just not educated enough. It's sad. That's if she picks up. Yeah, she's done. Right, so she was basically having an issue. I guess there's this guy that's married. She feels that we could still be friends. The wife, mind you, says not with it. She knows the wife's not with it. I said, you wouldn't be with it if that was your husband. But if I know that they was cool, I said, you would not. Why don't you just get a man that's not married if you need a friend? It's insane. And once again, it's because the black man is not contributing to his community. He's not. You know what I mean? Now, this is a woman that partakes in these conversations, and, you know, it's all fair and square, but, you know what I mean? Even at the end of the day, you're like, I know that she's accessible to call her up at 2:18 in the fucking morning. If I knew she had an old man or a husband, I wouldn't do it, right? So she's getting to the point now where she's starting to do that. She disagrees. And that's where I stop fucking with you. Because now you don't want to learn anymore. You want to debate with me. You're asking me for something and then you want to debate. That doesn't work. You can't ask me a hypothetical question and then have an opinion on it. Because if you're going to have an opinion on it, just don't ask me. Take your opinion elsewhere. So I've learned that learning is the key. I can talk to you guys a million ways, but I do more listening through the day. I don't do this much talking. I listen and I watch. I just shared a small testimony with you today. When I went into the Starbucks at 11:30, what time was it? Was it before? Well, minutes to 11 because they were closing. Hold on. Well, let's say 9, closer to 10. You're right, wife school pass. You're right about that. When the woman, and I think she gave me the gift to give me the free coffee because she seen that I was patient. And now off the rip, I seen a little hood chick. I could have judged her. She gonna have an attitude. Probably don't want to take my order because they getting ready to close. You know what I mean? But she's been in there all fucking day. You know, there's nothing worse than when you, listen, if a customer calls me and it's a Christmas holiday, I'm like, what do they want? Right? So if you look at the situation in the head, right, where I'm in this position and I give the woman the $10 and I'm patient, and I would never forget how she did it. It was so cool. He says the coffee and she puts the $10 and slides it. And I was like, wow, I knew what it was. She just gifted me. And she said, she did say, you know, whatever it was, I was so happy because it was the thought. Oh, wow, what a beautiful way to end the night. Thank you. That was very nice of you. So I took that ability and said, God is trying to tell me not to give up. Because previous to this, I just was saying, listen, it's going to be rough with this clique of people that I may have in my life. You understand? I'm going to have to turn this up in a different direction. And I think the teaching comes from the people that's not learning. You know, hearing my friend yesterday, and I talked about this previous to this video, and she didn't get over nothing, and she wants to surround herself around positive people. I said, to myself, how do you surround yourself around positive people when you're angry with everybody else? How do you surround yourself around positive people when you didn't even get over the past? Why should the positive people, what is the interest of the positive people? How are you meriting them? What is the compensation that you are bringing to these positive people that your attitude of, I don't get over the past, I'm mad at everybody, so I need to be around you? What if they don't accept you? Because in this positive world over here, we forgive. We forget, but some of the shit we forget. We got so much shit happening positively, we forget about the bullshit. You're fucking trying, you don't want to forget it. And it exhausted me. Because I'm like, the more and more I keep trying to keep my old folks together, they keep giving me a reminder that you have to meet new people. But I want to bring the new people with the old people, and I want to bring the old people with the new people, right? I want to do that. So when I get calls like this sister, and she called me last night, you know, You know what I mean? Like, she'll call me tomorrow. Like, this is what we do. If she misses me and I don't pick up, she'll hit me the next day. This is how we just do. It's cool. But her last couple conversations have been a little different. She started going into the direction of not listening. So now I'm about to ask her. I'm like, yo, now I got to ask her. Let me ask you a question. What are you getting out of asking me these questions? You're not contributing. You're not giving any super chats. Okay, it's cool. I'm able to use her voice and do the things. But yeah, what is her direct contribution? She doesn't know she's on live stream with me. So what is the direct contribution that I'm receiving? Because whatever you're receiving, I would hope that it's working for you. But this is not working for me because this is the part of my life where I don't like doing this. I don't like battling on, you ask me my opinion and you want to debate with my opinion. Wait, this is something that I don't do. So with the woman in the store, it just gave me a mode of not giving up, and it gave me this energy that not only this coffee was sensational, it was a gift, and it was a gift to put me in this chair tonight after I dropped my family off to sit here and do what I had to do. And it really made me feel really good because what I've learned with this experience is that people want to learn, but I don't want to get it misconstrued with people that don't want to learn. They want to debate. So the good Lord is not going to put me in a position where he doesn't want me to be subjected to this small circle. He wants this to be global. So if she's learning from me, the benefit is that I'm doing my job. But I'd rather be here with 50 some odd people that's listening to me at 2:30 in the morning on a Friday, early Saturday morning, and they're tuned in. To learn is saying, this is a black man saying, we tend to be selfish because we have a lot of ways about us. And my selfishness could be, hey, this motherfucker ain't shit any goddamn way. He ain't worth fucking helping. But his selfishness could be greed. My selfishness is, I'm selfish to the part of, nah, man. You know what I mean? I don't trust this motherfucker. Another person's selfishness is, man, that motherfucker's a good worker, but I ain't trying to give that nigga shit. But it's still, I could still understand his selfishness, and I can understand my selfishness. So when I'm able to see these conversations like I'm hearing on Bag Fuel, when they're playing back what they think black men are dealing with, I can answer these things. I could answer, for example, right here.
Absolutely. I think
Black man's name now.
That's how it is out here, man. Been like that.
no, it's worse now.
It's worse now. They talking about the we go judge. We talking about the Jay-Z slander. Now they trying to say dude was with a little boy now.
Right.
I don't know if you heard that, Clue.
Right now.
Yeah, they said,
real shit.
this is stupid.
It's
dumb,
and it's
man.
disgusting,
Like-
and it needs to stop. No word.
But do you think black men are under attack? I say yes.
Absolutely.
Successful black men, powerful black
Absolutely.
men.
I think we.
Wow, so how can we just say, let's just say black man. Because if you're successful because you give back. So if you don't give back, you're gonna get punished. How come we got our nose up Jay-Z's ass so fucking much? How do we know he didn't sleep with a boy? I don't know him to not know that. We don't know. You know what I mean? That's the thing. You're determined of who you are behind closed doors. That's what dictates you. You know that, right? So if somebody tells you what I do behind closed doors is my business, it's their business. But if it leaks out, it determines them. Because if you are a man and you say you straight and you sucking dick behind closed doors, you are gay. And you're on the down low. If you say that you're a man of God and you sleeping with little kids, you're a pedophile. So it does matter. But how do we know a man enough to know this man has a slept with? How do these men, these grown men, sit here and say that? How is this possible?
We got a thing about our culture where we want to see people bleed. Like, so, like, when a lot of...
Oh, it's only in urban culture.
In our
think
culture.
so?
That's why I said
It's
our
only in
culture.
urban
So
culture.
here's the thing. When we seen the stuff...
It is not only in urban culture. It's in any culture where a motherfucker's gonna be flexing. You're gonna catch one. That you know what I mean? Again, go ahead.
Going on with Puff and all them, when it was bubbling, I seen people in the comments, I seen it starting to bubble. It would start to say, well, what about Jay-Z? And then certain other people were like, oh yeah, he's even worse. And then this, and then you got people...
No, they said, what about Jay-Z? Because Jay-Z and Diddy are close. Okay? You know, if I got a close friend and I start to separate from you and I know he's doing some crazy shit, you're gonna know that. So let's just say Jay-Z separated from Dame Dash, right? But at the end of the day, we also gotta realize, hey, if somebody has an accusation with Jay-Z when they were together with Aaliyah, Dame Dash was around at that time. So he's gonna be pulled into that shit. Rightfully so. Your niggas was friends at this time. She's dead. She can't speak on anything. You understand? Thank you to Wife School Podcast. Thank you, darling. It's always appreciated. And any acknowledgement, I appreciate that. I do.
Jaguar, what's her name?
Jaguar, right?
Right. They saying all kind of outlandish things, so it starts to add to the groundswell. Then you got this psychic lady. You see the psychic lady?
No. And like, I know about the lawyer that's going crazy.
You don't know about the psychic lady? The psychic lady predicted that Jay-Z was next. This is where all this is coming from.
Yeah, but she was right. See, you see what I mean? What happens with these conversations with all these fucking little girls here? They all watching this internet, even at these celebrity levels, these niggas know better. They reading comments. They know, once again, millionaires, they know the other niggas they're talking about. The only reason why they're protecting them is because they don't want to be blacklisted. Well, Jay-Z realized Mano was talking about him. He can't go against him. DJ Clue was more closer to Jay-Z than anybody. But again, let me play it.
When you read Jay-Z's response, he mentioned the psychic.
I didn't see that.
Okay, the psychic lady, Sloan, she basically is saying she predicted that Jay-Z was next. And how they was trying to paint Jay-Z to be something else, he wasn't. All I'm saying is that in our culture, this is the game. We want to see people bleed. It's a thing about...
No, nigga, in our culture, we don't give back. That's why we want to see motherfuckers breed. This niggas, I'm fucked up. I'm poor, nigga. And you up in the hood. And you up in the hood, you ain't giving shit back to nobody. Oh, niggas think we always got to give back. You do have to. That's what a community is. If there's not going to be a community, you can't have a community and you're not giving back. That's what a community relies on. A community is about giving back. Okay? If a man's taking care of his family, that's his community. It's because he's taking care of, he's giving back. He works hard, he's taking care of them. He's giving back to his family. That's what your community is. And that's just in your household.
Being a nigga, looking at a rapper and saying, man, I don't fuck about that rapper. I got more money than that nigga. I don't fuck. It's the thing about trying to minimize a nigga that didn't work for it or try to see him, oh, well, you ain't nobody. You just like me.
Let me tell you what a wise man told me.
Yeah.
This dude told me. They get tired of seeing winners win. Mm-hmm. That's just the bottom line.
Even if they get tired of seeing winners win, why don't we say we get tired of seeing black motherfuckers coming back, making it, and don't give shit back to the community? Fuck out of here, man. You can't just put this on to niggas just be hating because niggas is winning. No, nigga, you niggas is, our culture is to flex our money, flex our millions, flex our status. That's sick. Knowing that our community is fucked up. And I don't mean fucked up in a mental way, fucked up financially. Come on. You're not impressing rich niggas, if you're rich, you're impressing poor niggas. Poor niggas compared to you. Let's keep it a stack. Come on.
They tired of seeing niggas win.
That's everything.
They tired of seeing niggas with the jewelry. They tired of seeing niggas with the cars. They tired of seeing niggas with the hoes. They tired of seeing niggas with the money, with the success, on the blogs, with the fly clothes, outside on
You gotta understand
They
something.
just tired of seeing. They don't care how much you work.
People are trying to even the playing field.
What you mean by that?
If you have a nigga like Hove who's stepping out with $5 million watches, and niggas can't compete with that. So they want to try to diminish him to
Even the playing field.
the playing field.
So why would you show him a $5 million watch? Because you just felt that you worked hard for it. See, what people don't understand is that's the part of the culture that's ignorant. When you put yourself out there, whether you a fucking damn street drug dealing, peddling bum ass nigga, showing off your jewels, to a cartel, when you're on that level, it's gonna bring attention. So it's whether we killing each other, cartel niggas kill each other too when them niggas is worth billions of dollars. You can't just be worth billions of dollars and think that you just all love. But if you have a method of giving back, niggas will give you a fucking pass. Trust me. Why wouldn't they? You see what happened in the movie Paid in Full when he came out of jail and was like, yo, nigga. He said, y'all gonna give you a block. You know, you hot right now, you gotta come back. And he like, yo, nigga, I'll put you on. You ain't just gonna give me no block, nigga. I had my, how the fuck you was working in a goddamn laundromat in a dirty fucking damn dry cleaners, and I put you on, and now I get locked up, and you want to give me a little block? Nah, nigga, I ain't happy with that. You have to understand and determine yourself that this motherfucker could make shit bad for you, and he did. Yeah, we could call him a hater all he want, but he still fucking shot his ass. You listen, whenever you have that attention, that comes with the territory. You're rich. Ain't like the nigga that got smoked. He came home and you want to give this nigga a little fucking block. We looked at that. Yo, that's that hater. Yeah, that's that hater, but look what he's doing. That's just, you know what I mean? That comes with the territory, man. And you know, listen, it comes with the territory for a nigga that ain't had nothing to do with putting you on. You flexing. You showing off. You putting. It's one thing if you worth this money and nobody knew about it, but now you made it known. It's you. Ladies and gentlemen, when I listen to stuff like this, it's painful. It's painful because they still have not learned. Okay. They're not going to speak against Jay-Z because they're going to suck his dick. So that eliminates the whole conversation. Let's just go with that. Nothing's going to be good here because they fuck with him. If they didn't fuck with him, then they call him a hater. I'm still a fan of Jay-Z's music. I'm a fan of Beyonce's music. But I don't like them as people. I think they're way too powerful where nobody could sit here. I'm here for 2 hours and nobody could tell me how is Jay-Z and Beyonce giving back to the community. It's been 2 hours and 12 minutes. I've asked this questions on multiple live streams. I never got an answer. Because they're selfish. And when they get into trouble, they want the support of the people. Okay, Diddy right now sees right now. I literally on the way home, I just passed the jail. I pass it every time I'm coming from Brooklyn to Manhattan. I literally passed this jail tonight and said, this nigga Diddy's sitting in his fucking prison right now. No bodyguards, no fucking, no houses, none of that. This nigga's freedom right now is at stake. He physically right now is locked up in this building. And by God's grace, I'm driving, my daughter acting up because it's late, she's tired. Wife sitting, we chilling, and I'm like, you know what? I got my freedom because I'm going home. You know what I mean? I'm on a BQE. I'm looking at this jail. And when I could tell you, it's so close, we could fly a drone over that bitch. That's how, let me give you a better closeness. I want to give you some feet. I want to say, when we pass into jail, we're literally about 100 feet from it. Now we're on an elevated highway. So we're on an elevated highway. It's called an L. So if there's 6 floors in the building, we're at the 3rd floor. That's how close we are. Diddy could look out the building and see my fucking Suburban on the highway. If I was a friend, like, yo, look out the window and that's how close it is. And this nigga is a tycoon, a mogul, a billionaire. And even me knowing of Diddy since 92, I can't tell you, other than the games, other than the parties, other than the tournaments, other than the clubs, other than him and JD doing All-Star Weekend in 2001, I can't tell you anything that he contributed and gave back to the community on a hard level. And that's why he's in the position he's in. He brought this all to his attention. That's how the federal government does with rich motherfuckers. And they see that this nigga's moving around, doing this, that, and the third. If they can't catch you with your taxes, they're going to catch you by your contributions. What is this man to this community? Oh, he's just a celebrity? That means there's probably a whole bunch of women that have been raped. When they start seeing how far you're following, who you're touching, he's not educating motherfuckers. Because he only got billionaire friends that's on this level. So we're going to watch all of them. All them little fucking parties that Diddy was doing with Jay-Z, the luncheon, that's a setup. Them feds is sitting back watching these are powerful black men made this shit on music. How? They got their hands involved in everything. So now we're going to investigate everybody that's working with them, sponsoring them. I want to know what, and they do investigations. Let me see how powerful these motherfuckers really is. We just look at it. They be hating on the damn black. This is how we start talking. We start talking ignorant.
But why? All that does is open up to everybody. Nobody is safe. Nobody, because if you could put a dude like Diddy, who's been at the top of the motherfucking food chain for 30 plus years, you minimize him and put him in jail and say, listen, you just a nigga.
You answer your question.
Right, why?
You said 30 years.
Yeah.
2 years from now will be the 30th anniversary of Reasonable Doubt. So we talking about Hov's been winning for 3 decades.
They tired of that shit.
Yeah.
This is what I'm saying, something is
Right. So what has he done if he's been winning for 30 years? How has the community benefited from that? Shout out to Princello for that super chat. Thank you, Princello. Thank you very much for that super chat, darling. I appreciate that. Thank you very, very, very much. Where's the benefit? Black people feel that they're entitled. You are. You want retribution. You wasn't here when your ancestors was getting fucked over. Now you want retribution because the Indians got it? Okay. As a human being, you are entitled to a contribution. Okay, if you go on a fucking cruise boat, nigga, and they cancel the cruise, nigga, they can not only gonna refund your money, but they gotta give you a compensation. You got to know your value, black people. And these celebrities are not doing what they're supposed to do. At least when they got Tupac out of here, he was wising y'all up. These niggas ain't giving y'all shit. They ain't even giving y'all no wisdom, and wisdom is free. They're not even showing you how you can do it. And this is what happens. Now you got a whole bunch of male groupies that this is how they talk.
wrong because that's inspiration.
Yeah, but
That
it all depends on how you look at it. You're looking at it from the slant that we're looking at it.
Yeah, I agree
on the
with
side that we didn't picked ourselves up, we didn't done stuff with ourselves, that we still look for shit. So like, damn, we still could go there. But these motherfuckers is not getting nothing. They just down there hating.
Yo, check this out.
And they can't help.
No, that's the problem. That's why a woman that gets raped never wants to tell anybody because they're going to say she's lying. When you have an opinion on a motherfucker, what he should do and you ain't feeling him, you're a hater. No, not everybody's a hater. And even if they don't like you, they're entitled to that. What happened to being entitled to your opinion? But motherfuckers say, I don't like a nigga. That's it. You don't have to say, why not? Why? If I don't like a motherfucker, I'm entitled to feel that way. You out here flexing, you cooning, you ain't doing shit for us, and niggas is still poor and broke. Yeah, I got a problem with that. I do. I don't feel any remorse with Diddy at all. I don't feel nothing. I don't. I just don't. I don't feel it like that. Because I know who he was. Okay? I knew who he was before he got into this situation. I know it. It's not surprising.
You remember when I first came around, right? A lot of my music and a lot of my energy was like, I was like going at shit. The first song I had was Rumors. I was talking about everybody. Then I had another song called Take It Like a Man, where I was basically...
Because you was hating on everybody, nigga. That's what you was doing, right? That's hating. You was going at everybody and you was a new nigga. He was frustrated. But listen to his story, how he fucking sticks his foot in his mouth.
Saying shit about Bad Boy is dead and all that. And I was like throwing shots at a lot of the...
You was coming at Bad Boy when you started, and now you protecting Diddy. You see what I mean? Maybe you was frustrated, like, yo, man, these niggas is getting all this love. I could rap, fuck them niggas. That's your prerogative.
You know, a lot of the people that I really, in all reality, looked up to and respected. But what it was that I was just trying to be heard, right? All I wanted to do was be heard. I just wanted the opportunity. So
No. You looked up to them, and you were frustrated that you wasn't part of them. That's understandable. Damn, you know what I mean? I look up to these niggas, man. Fuck these niggas. Maybe you was pissed off, and you were.
Times you felt like in order to get that, you got to kind of like throw a shot. You know what I'm saying? But now, I don't even feel it's about opportunity. It's just to find pleasure in tearing the nigga down.
Yes, it is.
What you think, Clue?
I feel...
If you went at Bad Boy and everybody that you was spitting on, which he said, now you pulling these niggas down and you was satisfied with it, okay, well, is that the culture? Or maybe you just was like, yo, fuck these niggas. These niggas getting all this attention. I could do better. Whatever it is, these people had to be in a position to bring that attention on to them. If a person finds pleasure on pulling another man down, you're going to tell me that people find pleasure on making an accusation that they was raped? And you protecting them, nigga. Well, they didn't even go to court yet. If he didn't even go to court, they haven't even did a motherfucking trial. Why are you protecting this man like you know where his dick was at? Even as a man that been with more than one woman, obviously, if I had a woman in my past pop up and say, you know, when we were together, that one time we had sex, I didn't really want to have sex, but I felt I was pressured because you was kissing me, sucking my neck, whatever. I did it, but I felt pressured. Do you know that situation is nothing a man wants to hear? We don't know how many women we had in the past. We don't know how many women we encountered that could actually say, hey, I fucked this nigga. And he took it from me. We may be, well, I ain't never take no sex from no women in my motherfucking life. But maybe she said that, but now she has the proof that she been with you. Now we gotta go to court to prove that shit was consensual. That's a disaster. Diddy fuck so many men and women, he don't know who's coming at him. He's barely gonna remember anybody. But they dealt with him. So how you as a man sit on a podcast around a table and talk to all these fucking men about it's a money grab, it's just it's a target. You target yourself. You're above that radar. When you're above that limit, nigga, I'm worth fucking $1 billion. It comes with the territory. You had parties in your $1 billion. You can't be above the world and think it's not gonna end well. We know this. Why don't you brothers start educating people and saying, listen, oh, Jermaine Dupri was hating on Diddy. Nah, he said, nigga, at that fucking level, I don't know how you got yourself into a mess like that. That's real. That's real. You supposed to be in disgust. Listen, Diddy's my man, according to JD. But how in the fuck you got in a mess like that, nigga? I ain't get myself in no mess like that, and I was a mogul. These other dick suckers right here is sitting there, oh, it's just fine, it's getting worse. It's because people don't want to see you win. What part don't y'all understand? This nigga is in jail, nigga, for fucking, he got about 500 cases, nigga, of forceful sex. We all know a black man to get into the business and entertainment, you gotta bend the fuck over. You have to. In most cases, you have to give up your manhood. Why are we so shocked? Come on. They're not teaching you that. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna let this build in your brain a little bit. I'm gonna let it simmer. And I want you to realize what's happening here. The one thing that we are lacking in our community is education. We just don't know what the fuck we're doing. Respectfully, we just don't know. You think you know, you don't. We don't know financial literacy. We don't know love. We don't know community. We don't know loyalty. And we don't know when we're being harmed and disrespected. So if we keep having these podcasts and these men are calling us being attacked, no, nigga, when you are in the limelight, whether you're in the streets or whether you're a celebrity, you are a target because now you're famous. So act like it. Because there's other entertainers, they had their shit one way or another, but not on this level. And the truth will come out later. Let's see what happens. There's a lot of celebrity. Why did he pay her? If Diddy was guilty, let's go with the one case. If he was guilty, not guilty, why did he give Cassie $30 million? Oh, well, Jay-Z said he wasn't giving that woman shit. He ain't getting one right down. That wasn't even Jay-Z talking. That was the lawyer. You didn't hear Jay-Z say that out of his mouth. That Jay-Z's lawyer typed that. That wasn't Jay-Z. Jay-Z doesn't even do internet. The lawyer typed that and said Jay-Z said. Jay-Z didn't say none of that. That's not even, he don't even talk like that. That was a lawyer talking to another lawyer. That's what it was. You can't be that confident and tell me that Jay-Z was talking to another fucking lawyer like that. That was another attorney. That was Jay-Z's attorney, and he used it on his name. Because if it was Jay-Z, why he ain't just do a videogram of it? It's easier to say he typed it and it was him on a Rock Nation site. Right. He technically could say that wasn't him. They would have to prove that. How do we know that's him? Because y'all said it's him? We don't know that. So over and over again, nobody's understanding the significance of this case. I'll tell you what Diddy gave back to the community. This is what he gave back. And let's see what you're going to do with it. Let's see how this benefits you. Are you the victim? Because how are you the victim? When he had all these other victims, how are you the victim? Because you his fucking fan? Some of y'all gonna cry when this situation. Oh my God, I had to cry when I seen this. What? Well, so if he was guilty, why'd he pay her? When he smacked her up around that fucking room, I didn't know if that was Cassie. It looked like him, but why did he get on the internet and say I was in a bad? He admitted it. And it went downhill from him after that. He paid the $30 million, the video popped up, and then he admitted that was him. So how is he being targeted? That's what we always say. He's being targeted because he know the motherfucker he was wrong. He know he was wrong. He fucked up. So now people see that, oh shit, there's a victory to this. I can speak, and now the shit's coming out. That's why Jay-Z's involved, because every year Jay-Z has his luncheon at his house. Fucking Diddy's there. You just took pictures. You did videos with an animal, nigga. You stay around animals. Nas already put in his record that you kept your face in Foxy Brown's pussy. Wonder how old she was at the time. Because remember, when she was with these niggas, she was 15 years old when she first started. How old was Foxy Brown when her and Jay-Z did that song in 96? She wasn't fucking 30. That's one. Secondly, it was with R. Kelly. We forgot about that. He did 2 albums with R. Kelly. The Best of Both Worlds 1 and 2. Okay? You and R. Kelly did 2 albums together. And then now, fast forward, you got caught out there with Diddy. You think this is the end of Jay-Z? No, it can't be, because somebody's going to put this shit together and say, well, he put himself out there. All right? He used to be with Aaliyah. That was his girlfriend, too. All right? Then it was Dame Dash's girlfriend. Facts. Okay? So we was already dealing with that running around little fucking Aaliyah all through R. Kelly, Dame Dash, and Jay-Z. Facts. Right? Fast forward, Jay-Z and them niggas stopped speaking over pussy. We all know it was for that, respectfully to Aaliyah. Right? They stopped speaking. So now he's with fucking the pedophile R. Kelly. Knowing R. Kelly was married to fucking Aaliyah, that she was a baby. Remember, R. Kelly married her at 15 in 94, 95, right? Whatever, 95, 96. When Jay-Z did the album, that was well up into 2000. Then R. Kelly caught that case. When the girl was peeing, he was peeing in the little girl's fucking mouth. Then after Jay-Z was friends with R. Kelly, then he's friends with Diddy. So you telling me Jay-Z ain't part of nothing? He is. That's his fault. That's his attention. He fucking put himself out there. And there's somebody that knows it and didn't air him out yet. Jaguar White is talking about it. Clearly it's working, because they were just talking about her. Okay? What is in the dark will come out in the light. Don't trust these motherfuckers. Stop looking up big to these damn big. The only faith you should have is in the God. Don't put your faith in man. He will let you down. I promise you that. That is the non-reward for putting your faith in the man. Is a disappointment. Ask the black woman about the fucking black man, how disappointed they are. Okay? The fact that Jay-Z and them had this disgraceful thing against their name is bad. Oh, Jay-Z acquitted. It don't matter, nigga. 2 weeks ago, they blamed a 13-year-old girl, blamed her for fucking him. And now they're like, oh, it's inconsistent. Well, things could be inconsistent after 25 fucking years, but it's not inconsistent that he was friends with R. Kelly. It's not inconsistent that he was friends with R. Kelly and did 2 fucking albums with him. It's definitely not inconsistent that him and Diddy was friends, and now he's putting out in the case that he's not friends with him. And the lawyer's like, they don't have no communication. They were just friends through the business. Get the fuck out of here. That's all bullshit. Don't believe that cocky fucking bag. He's no good either. Okay? It ain't over. Believe me when I tell you, it ain't over. Okay, what you think? Diddy's gonna walk out in June? Yeah, okay. We'll see. Ladies and gentlemen, have a great night. I hope you learned a lot from here. Put the likes up if you like it, please. But this is exclusive. And I want you to realize what I can understand with the black man. Yeah, I get it. I got some selfish ways too. I got some selfish ways to that fucking low-life crumb that tries to feel he should have what I got in regards to if he's working for me. But I also am not selfish in sharing and giving back to the community, even if you give in wisdom, because wisdom doesn't cost nothing. I'm not selfish with that. They're not giving this energy back. They're not giving this education to them. They're not giving this education to the man and woman. Beyonce's not even able to talk to her fans. We don't hear her speak. They became a selfish family. Just support us, support Christmas Day, support this, support that. And what are you getting out of supporting somebody? When you support somebody, you win. And some of y'all don't even know what the feeling of winning is. You never won shit. So you don't even know what a win is. You know what a win feels like? A win feels like a victory. You know what a gift feels like? A gift feels like love. A gift feels like a win. Wow, you gave me something. Thank you. What compensation do you get from getting somebody to the top? You supported them. Then they want people, oh, I got a YouTube channel, my family support. They don't want to support, motherfucker. You may get rich and forget about them. And then look at them like crumbs, talking about brokey and scrub and all the above. No, nobody, why don't you go to the fucking environment of the world and let them be the judge of what you do? And even then, you should make sure you look out for them because they're the ones that put you. Without your fans, you would be nothing. Ladies and gentlemen, have a beautiful night. I appreciate y'all.